You know that feeling when you're talking and you can literally watch someone's eyes glaze over? Yeah, me too. But here's the thing. The difference between someone who commands a room and someone who gets ignored isn't talent. It's a literal 6-second trick that neuroscientists discovered, and I'm about to show you exactly how to use it. Look, I used to ramble. I'd walk into investor meetings, start talking, and just keep going. More words meant more convincing, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Because scientists have actually proven that your brain can only process about 12 seconds of uninterrupted speech before attention drops like a rock. MIT studied this. TikTok built their entire algorithm on it. And the top 1% of communicators, they've been using it for years. Here's what most people don't realize. Communication isn't a soft skill. It's a science. And your brain is working against you in ways you don't even notice. When you speak for too long without pausing, something wild happens. After about 12 seconds, listener attention doesn't just decrease, it crashes. MIT researchers found that our brains process information in chunks, not as one continuous stream. So when you go on and on explaining your point, adding more details, giving more context, trying to make absolutely sure they understand, you're actually making it worse. Think about the last time someone rambled at you. Maybe it was your coworker explaining why they missed a deadline, or your friend telling you about their weekend. At some point, you weren't even listening anymore. You were just waiting for your turn to talk. That's not because you're rude, it's because their delivery broke your brain's ability to process information. So here's the trick that changed everything for me, the 3-2-1 method. Step 1. Pause for 3 seconds. When someone says something you need to respond to, especially in a tense conversation, stop. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Why? Because neuroscientists discovered that when you pause, even briefly, you activate your anterior cingulate cortex. That's the fancy name for the part of your brain responsible for attention and error detection. The pause literally clears your mental windshield. It lets you see what's actually true instead of just reacting. But here's the killer part. It also makes the other person pay attention. That 3-second silence, uncomfortable as hell. And that discomfort snaps them right back into the conversation. Step 2, give only 2 points. Your brain has what's called dual track working memory. It can process a verbal track and a visual track at the same time, but not much more than that. So when you limit yourself to 2 points maximum, both tracks sync up. And here's the pro move. Use your hands while you do this. Point to your first point, then your second point. Your movement mimics your communication. You're giving them one clear thing to track visually and one clear thing to track verbally. I learned this the hard way in a private equity meeting. I was the youngest person in the room, the only woman, and nobody even pulled up a chair for me. They were all talking over each other, arguing, completely ignoring me. I could have tried to shout over them. Instead, I pulled up a chair, sat down, and waited. When I finally spoke, I said 2 things. That's it. 2 clear points with my hands showing exactly what I meant. The entire room shifted. Within 90 seconds, everyone was looking at me. Step 3, end with one question. Questions are neurologically magic. Carnegie Mellon scientists found that when you ask someone a question, especially an open-ended one, their brain releases dopamine. That's the happiness chemical. It makes people more alert, more engaged, more curious. But here's the real power. Questions interrupt what's called the default mode network. That's your brain's autopilot. It's why you sometimes drive to work and don't remember the drive. Your brain was in default mode. A question shuts that down instantly. It forces the brain into the present moment whether it wants to or not. Let me show you how this works in real life. Bad version. So I was thinking we should probably look at changing our strategy because it seems like the current approach isn't really working as well as we hoped, and maybe if we tried a different direction, we could see better results, and I've been reading about some new methods that might be more effective. See how your brain just checked out? Good version, pause for 3 beats. Our current strategy isn't working. Here are 2 options. We pivot now, or we keep bleeding money. Which risk scares you more? Feel the difference? That's 5 to 10-second sprints, not endless streams. And it works in fights too. Next time you're arguing with your partner and they're going on and on, try responding in super short bursts. Watch how it forces them to actually hear you. Here's why this is so powerful. People mirror your micro behaviors in about 200 milliseconds, less than a blink. Scientists call it the neuroecho effect. When you speak with pauses, clarity, and questions, their nervous system calms down. They mirror your groundedness. This is the real reason top CEOs look calm when they speak. They're regulating the entire room's nervous system without anyone noticing. You're not manipulating people, you're just removing the barriers that stop them from actually hearing you. So here's your homework. Try the 3-2-1 method once today, just once. Pause for 3 seconds before responding, say only 2 clear points, end with one question. Watch what happens. Watch how people lean in. Watch how they actually remember what you said. Because here's the truth. The game of business, relationships, and getting what you want in life is really just a game of communication. And you just learned the cheat code. Now stop reading this and go try it.